Oh, I forgot to record. You missed a pistol. It was as chaotic as the other pistols that we've seen. Sorry, I forgot to record on the Sliggy VOD. Monkeys? Nah, Bun takes it away from him. Look at him. He's like, come on. I'm trying to get more into China. I'm new to it, find it more interesting in Pacific at least. Yeah, it's a very fun region to watch. There's definitely some like silly Valorant. But I don't know, like Pacific has been fantastic to watch. Like there's been more reason to watch Pacific this year than any previous year, I think. But yeah, I've really been enjoying watching China. He always mad. He looks mad. I think he's just fully controlled by the hair. Again, in like instances like these, you have the breach stun that can stall stuff. But you don't want Nova to sort of build up this momentum. Double duelist. Here they go. The flashes and utility is out. And they just hit you like a freight train. Oh, no way he gets two. What? How has he managed to get out of that alive and with 3 kills? How has he managed to weasel himself in and out of that one? That's crazy to me. It's also like the judge just insta-killing him each time. Either they were low enough or he's got some tech with his judge that's getting full kills out of them. I don't think that jiggle peek was as good as he was hoping it would be. Vanity judge levels, you might be right. He just didn't expect you to flank him, fair enough. Alright, AG win the bonus. It's the fact that all gamers can be so clean with their pistols. So, like, they win a great amount of bonus rounds. Like, how CB must have been low because Astra got the assist. Or was it a grav that they maybe ran through? Bit of spray damage? Hard to know. Monk is 9-1. All game is better than Nova, like overall. Both these teams have been really like hot and cold. Like they've had some good, like all gamers. They beat Billy last week, but they lost to, who did they lose to? That was concerning. Probably Wolves. They should have like done a bit better against Wolves. Did he just not see him? Yeah, he pinged it. I wonder if that was some like, I'm gonna pretend that I didn't see it. Very consistent, yeah. Nova as well, like they beat JDG the other week. Had some really good strats, really good ideas, but losing to Tyloo last week was like a big hit to their chances. Like both teams can still make playoffs. I think Nova, if they lose this series though, they lose out on it. But we'll have to double check. We got another series after this as well, JDG Billy, which at the rate that JDG are playing at, it's going to be a full fucking free mapper again. What's the weakest team right now in China? I'd say Tyloo. Statistically, it's JDG. The judge is still in the game. JDG is the team right from Ascension? No, that's DRG. JDG was Rare Atom, who were like the second best team in China at the end of last year. They lost in Ascension. JDG bought the roster, and it just hasn't come together. We talk about them a little bit more when we get to them. Very early timeout for Nova. But you're doing it again going into a full buy. It's just so risky. Yeah, there's a lot of like lettered names to remember with squads in China. AG, DRG, FPX. Unless all gamers loses around, Monk ain't leaving the judge. Yeah, I don't blame him in the slightest either. It's just getting so much work done. And it's probably tilting the ever-living shit out of Nova. Monk is on the new Agent Y, is he? I do really like Monk. But I never really saw that much outside of like Tokyo. And to be fair, we didn't really see that much of attacking Seoul at Tokyo because they kind of, you know, felt a little bit out of place.
那看一下 Nova 在战术暂停之后怎么去调整这一分的进攻。Sword 的点数只差一个就拥有完焰火。
Monk 的话是淘汰了自己的1800块判官啊。
You got a couple of players though, like Monk and Bunt and Sword9 to an extent. 3 players that have actually attended international events.
真的多啊。但 AG 还是没有考虑起到明居啊。
Yeah, I agree that this is the map to be judging on, especially if you're playing like up here. Even behind this box is quite nice. Just whether it gets cleared properly, but he's dropped it. He's got rid of it. This is why he doesn't get another kill for the rest of the half.
对啊，这根半线加这个星体，诺不是特别好进，而且他看到星体点在这儿，可能猜不到这儿有根半线。不过
直接拆掉，但2楼有踩力飞剑可以拖的。
I'm actually really surprised the teams don't play Gecko more on this map. It's only like 100 thieves that do it, right?
要换位置了，点内的话压力有点大。如果他在这个板后的话。 好，把铁臂叫过来。我有山崩地线，这分 Swell 想玩焰火提速吗？
但是 Sword9 已经到位了，山崩地线直接正，这被正了，有点难受。这一炮
没炸死，跳起来。
Again, Nova, Swirl especially, are amazing on these executes. But no, is not fucking leaving. Actually, lucky Panghang was just spraying for the smoke and managed to catch him. If he didn't, his teammate's getting shorted. Like, Olinger was pretty low as well. They don't expect the player to flank all the way behind him. Oh my god, are you serious, Monk? Pick up the fucking judge again. Don't use a rifle, just use a judge. You don't have aim on anything else. Go back to the judge. Straight back to the judge. Oh, there's no chance. Can I swear? Yeah, of course you can. I do it enough. The fuck was that from Monk? I think he panicked because they were basically like this. You had a player here, and then you had a player tucked in here. But when he peeked, because he saw this player here, he was trying to fight this guy, but he was like, I need to kill this guy to move over to this guy, but he just didn't finish the job. Oh dear. Still though, that was like nice from Nova. Good execute. Bunt did a lot of work. Olingo did a lot of work too. Big kills. Flash forcing out the Astra smoke. Also, yeah, it's like solo controller. I don't know why. Can't say that all of a sudden. Like with no Viper here is a little bit problematic. Because you're just going to be bled dry with having smokes and stuff here, and you're not fighting for this. You have got the camera to watch, at least for like A tower control. And you got the trip that I think this is like the dash in trip. This is the high up one. And then just a one on site for the plant. Oh my god. Alright, Monk, at least in judge fighting range, he does fine there. Astra better for split? No. I wouldn't say so. I think if all gamers are running the Omen here, I think it would work better. I think the main thing is that you want to be playing the Omen over on the B site, being able to like fight where Monk is stood now, Paranoia in across to here. If you've got Nova committing to doing this Viper wall, it kind of cuts off the site like this. You as an Omen can play here, you can play here. You can, you know, sort of play backside, but you can also like TP to safety if you need to. Like if they go for a fast B execute, there's not really that much that can stop you. Especially when you have the, you know, if they go for a fast A execute, which a lot of double duelist teams like to do. You got the breach with a stun, you got all of the Cypher utility. If they decide to go like B quickly,
讲道理，这把索奈打的真的很舒服。他一直在
It's just I think fighting for this space more is good. Fighting for this is good.
他随时捏阵。
索尔奈到现在好像没有拿到击
Like I think the default that you want to be setting up, like what I would be doing here if I'm Nova is like maybe trying to go up. If you still expect that there's the camera here, push somebody up to break it, sort of tuck and hide because you're going to expect like a stun to come across here once that camera spots somebody.
但是这个是个极限距离的阵啊，还是上不来。烟给，你要扑我就阵，先给一个。
You're just wasting so much time, just fucking dilly-dallying about. You can make a lot of posture and noise here.
而且 DLB 是在 elbow 的，他是在点内的，怎么去清掉？
And then the aftershock's just going to buy a bit more time.
elbow 的位置给啊，但是索奈被打到了，防空半
There's the trip.
但是第一时间是没有找到对方的接风过来。
Oh my god, Delby, how is he still alive?
但是被巨人的右键。
Did Guan right-click with the knife so they don't have them anymore?
操作一下。
Cosmic Divide on the retake. Oh, you've one weight off your teammate.
点点近大远小，两个人双拉，
漂亮。方特也是稳稳的帮助队伍再拿下这一分，但 Nova 这一
Why did he...
说白了也就2个强。
Why did he smoke that?
加上一个巨人，我觉得能打成这样已经不错了。
确实已经很不错了，但是首先比分 AG 拿的很多。
What was he thinking?
没有伤筋动骨。
DLB 打了一个之后往前跑着，直接跑打，收掉了 CB。
这里还是要跟大家就是。
Because you forced him to peek out.
当然，很多同学应该知道，就是当你的回防烟给
Like, what is Guan doing?
情况下，其实你也可以去打一个这种隔点的烟。当然，这一分的话，这个
Yeah, because he put the smoke there. Yeah, like, what's going on? Why is he smoked that? And then you see Swirl peek out of it.
隔点烟。
没错。6比1的比分，索尔奈5个助攻啊。 没有拿到击杀，但是助攻确实很多。
Missed Heaven, maybe. That's very, very odd.
英雄这一把，好吧。铁臂这个英雄很多时候它是一个隐形的资源。
有一个战术监控，先来抢你的2楼。
哎，这个战术监控不太好发现，讲道理真。
I don't even think like the macro way of setting up matters because it's just turning into like crazy aim duels.
但说实话，你这样
上来看到了吗
？OK， 回来看到了。
但是只看到了一个 sword。
Nova's mostly coming in. Mandarin, I think. Yeah, it's very much a mix. Whatever people's comfortable on.
而现在整个 A 区 AY 以及 A2 楼算是空下来，但是不太敢近点，因为2个队友很远。而 AG 中路3个人好像要来一波反清吗？
这个站位真的很奇怪啊！光是做了一个 lurk， 其实这份幽影因为有离魂存在的情况下，我觉得他去打单摸会更好一些。这分还是要把光叫到。
It generally seems that like. China as a region is very good multilingually.
这分如果是 all in 一波流要吃的技能可能有点多。
Oh my god. He literally got spooked so hard that he fucked up his nade. Monk couldn't have asked for better timing there. There's the same trip again that's actually catching Guan. No, Theft, you can't really fight for this. You're not going to. 5v4. You got a Cosmic Divide, but how do you want to actively use this? Omen Ultimate to actually just TP onto site, so you've lost map control with this ult. It might keep them paranoid, but because you're flanking around, you got good info. And then they've seen that the paranoid come in on site, so they know where the Omen is. At least theoretically. Great flash. Really good flash actually there from CB. Still, again, it's just a bit of a messy round.
这个闪啊，真的价值千金，把2个人全都闪了。
你说这个离魂没用吗？其实他真的也有用。我觉得他让就是 AG 这个防守，他很难受，就是他要担心身后有人，所以我这边要打提速。
对他没有办法，所有人把精力都放在这个正面战场。
Yeah, take her like in a bit of a dogfight, I think, between them and AG. Yeah, really good turnaround for Nova, considering that they lose a player pretty much straight away.
的确，因为斯卡现在就因为闪光不能重生的情况下，他就
you've also got this. What are you waiting for?
这分又要来提速了 ，Swirl 有一个晚烟火，这个半线没有办到，
买一张门票进点。黑是这
Another fast day execute. The breach is over on B, so you don't really have that stun. Viper's Pit. Showstopper actually catches Monk from up top in heaven. It was a great shot with a Showstopper.
应该是。
So, ooh, not that far off of killing Guan, actually. He's very low. And a late lurk here, too, from Pang.
都是圈套，都是绕中绕。
Oh,
Guan's got a little bit of a pocket to play in. They catch 2, but they don't get the Viper yet.
不知道，绑定掰一个，2-2。
就一滴血。
Yeah, Olingo finishes it off.
3-6的比分。
确实这一分。
Trace of EDG next, so there's a chance that it might not qualify for taking out all gamers win. Yeah, I mean it's crazy, isn't it, that that could even like happen with how good Trace has been. Like just losing to DRG might have completely screwed it up for them.
哎，而且不得不说，就是这个回复的位置也蛮有趣的啊，这当头一炮确实没办法。
孟哥也这个出来拿头接了一炮，而且把队友也轰惨了。
Format is questionable.
上半场觉得比分领先。
Top 3 teams in China right now: EDG, FBX, and Trace. I would say, but you never know. DRG are looking good. All gamers, if they could just sort their mental. Wolves honestly could look in form. 11 team formats are just not good. Yeah, without playing like full round robins. Spitfires is tucked right into this corner. I think he has shown himself though. But now he's definitely shown himself. Guan wasn't maybe sure beforehand and then sees him again.
中路的一个非常规前顶也是成功被化解。Nova 也是不紧不慢啊，虽然对面是一个存钱局，自己也有人数的优势，但就是打得非常的谨慎。
谨慎一点没什么坏处啊。上
Our game is just stacking on B.
对方铁壁依然还在。这分
It's kind of wild that you got players like Bunt on 14 and 5. I think Monk's stats are still crazy, but the scoreline is like eking ever closer.
索奈这技能捏得好死啊！现在给震了。看一下 A 点已经摸进去了。
哇，这个 B2 楼 Fake 给了茫多的技能，是真的很有诚意，然后再来转 A，
全是战术队嘛，就不跟你打这种无准备之战。
而这个 Fake 也是非常的成功啊，这个 A 包点没有任何人去防守。
Ooh, nice try.
分刺这把枪。
Olingo is low HP again. Every one of these last couple of rounds, he's been on like 5 HP.
这个残局要怎么说呢？好像手里的正义能尝试下一下枪。
And they're all there's no like post plant here. They're just all grouped up as a rabble. And just taking angels afterwards.
打闪出 DLB 这边换掉一个，2个人只有正义。
啊，捡了把枪 ，Monk 这个2打4的残局还要再拉过来被打掉，队友也没有办法，棒直接倒地。
那 Sword 也是在2个技能点入账，比分来到
Nova might start to pull this one back.
这对于 AG 来说的话，也是一个很关键的分数，因为他们防守方的经济被削减的非常差了，已经。而且我很好奇的就是教练要不要
When they trialing in the middle with Smoggy on duelist and consistency for something, yeah, EDG tried that role wise, but I think they settled on putting Smoggy on control, and overall it looks a lot better.
而且枪线不好，一个封刺，一个正义。
I don't think EDG played that badly yesterday. I think just FBX were on an absolute tear.
多回合都是来打你的 A 点。
好的，那么这里也是 AD。
Yeah, you don't want to be taking a player like Kong Kong off of duelist, I don't think.
这个战术暂停来到了上半场的倒数第2分。
That to me would just. I never really enjoyed watching him that much on KO, and I just don't really rate Smoggy as a duelist as much. I think they're good. They could be great on other teams, but when you've got the option of Kong Kong, yeah, just go with that.
他们在临场的时候调整一下。
而且从 Stage 1这个大数据啊，这张地图58%的防守胜率来看，我觉得6分是完全不够的。
对
Kong Kong is just too much firepower.
一个哨位的0，虽然你会觉得进攻的0我也可以去控图啊，也可以去绕啊，但是他说到底还是防守方会更好处理一些，
是
对吧？
而 Nova 在进攻端，他们这个
Wait, what was it that BJ saying?
基于他们的双决斗阵容，再加上他们本来这个队伍防守
Wasn't Wolf supposed to be a clown team when it was announced? That's what I saw on Twitter. Yeah, no, that was. They signed Monarch as a team, but they wanted Aluba.
还是其实没有拿到击杀，但助攻是最多。
他就是这终极技能充能有点太慢了。
对，因为他没有击杀，没有办法，助攻拿不到这个点数的。来到相当关键的。
I think people clowned on it because they saw that like, oh, they signed Monarch, and Monarch didn't do anything, so that's the team that they're rolling with.
最终这一分你一定是要会吃到铁壁。
Bunt and Monk insane stats, yeah, they've been crazy. Like just consistently through all of the stages, Bunt and Monk have been an amazing duo to build off.
是比较靠前的。
2个决斗位把这个相当关键的位移技能都交了。
毗邻之虎交。Sona 的距离稍微有点远。
Honestly, if you wanted to like make changes, you could like maybe drop Spitfires and bring in HFMI from Tyloo if he'd want to come back.
毗邻之虎先给啊，回来确定一下对方进攻的动向。
但是
他们的判断觉得对方会转。 对吧？
但 Nova B 大 A 大都没走人，这个夹击有点难。
And then just put Delby on the duelist and then put HFMI on the sentinel.
是的，所以把这个位置踩住，也仅仅是给到对方 B 点很大压力。这一分真的能让他们猜到吗？追猎之灵给过来之后，又是再次确认 OK 中路人多，我再往前顶一步，有一个引路之损。
转 A 了，
上头再看。
Yeah, I'm not really been a fan of like all gamers this comp on this defense. This is a good call though to get information towards B, but it's just this is hard to deal with. 20 seconds. There's pressure on them. You're bunkering on the site, which is nice. Delby is just not wanting to give up this site if he can help it. 10 seconds. 1 versus 2. There's no time really for him to pick up the spike, is there? Oh, he does have time. Oh, yeah, but he's going to go for the fights. Oh, Spitfires, you need to survive. Oh my god, that is so close. Oh, I was going to say Panghang might have owned both of them there. Having both of them going like that to try and stop the plant, they were so expecting that he's like going to go for it.
好在 DLB 这个位置是接触了3个人啊，不然这个一点压力还是有点大。
这铁皮加0的防守，虽然他没有震到正。
Luckily, Panghang didn't see him.
Sonai 的话，他是震了。
But that was crazy, crazy close.
慢了一些。上面来到最后。
Yeah, Bunt Monk 14-7. Sword9 is 0-8.
香的没有问题，想打一波提速的前行攻势吗？但是还是那个老生常谈的问题，第一轮
直接进了，
直接跳了进来，
进来
高点的位置，但是被棒。
Oh my god, the shellstopper. Oh my god, what is going on?
刷屏，仅剩一个。
胖好1打4。
Oh, the aftershock. They know where Panghang is. Backed into the corner. Can't quite clear it. Oh man. I mean, I'm surprised that it managed to hold up there. It's having Astra and not a Viper that's concerning for me with what they're running. Very quick shutdown. Very lucky, I think, with just how some of these fights went. Like just pushing for the smoke one at a time, and there's 3 players from all game is all ready to fight it, which is the right kind of reaction I think to have. I guess they were trying to bunker on A, install it, and then fight more and face more on B. But I don't know. Not been that impressed with either team on this map. And then they do shit like this. Yeah, I mean, the other reason why I said that all gamers were going to be a pretty low team, and it was also a tier list for kickoff. I guess was more like they've picked up good players, but they're a little bit untested at like the top level, or at least they've not played in the top level for a while. What's the next game? Billy versus JD Gaming. But yeah, one more series, which again, that's going to be a really good one. Big stuff. JDG win? I hope so.
还有很多，比如说别的队伍的选手，对吧？都为了这一场比赛捏一把汗。那整个上半场
Yeah, but even in the case, I suppose, of even in the case, I suppose, of all gamers bringing in Sword9 as an IGL, great choice. Like he was the assistant coach of Edward Gaming last year, so to have that and put him on a play and then put him in the server would be amazing. But he just hasn't played tier 1 in quite some time. And then Bunt and Monk, they were like benched on attacking Soul Esports. Del B was great for 17 Gaming, but 17 Gaming never really went that far in tournaments to be seeing Del B play up against Edward Gaming and Billy and stuff like that. We never really saw it that much. And then Spitfires, he was a substitute for Rare Atom, which again was a great team, but he didn't get to play much. So the problem for all gamers has just been like, they've put together a really nice team, but they're just a little bit like untested at the top level. Don't forget Nick. I mean, I'm talking about all gamers here, not DRG. Who's Billy's IGL? Right now, I think it's Bianc, but we don't know because Bear's been dropped and Levius came in. But it could be Bianca, it could be K-Knight. Don't know. Nice shots from Guan. One Wick is back. To be fair, it could be just like the first pistol that we saw, right? Because I think something similar happened. And then Sword9 aced.
AG 这边有点犹豫啊，他有的人想出这个烟，但有的人是不太想的。
其实他
这个毗邻之虎都没有拿到烟外的信息。
对，他在猜那个毗邻之虎，他觉得毗邻之虎第一时间没有打掉。
We should have Bear is fully out the team. Not sure.
在烟后在等。那这一分
That's just the assumption.
点的位置已经逐渐渗透过去，而防守方 nova 的表现也是非常的保守。
And they are walking out onto the A site for seemingly free.
选择打一个无人的回防。
欧先把
There was a player that they dropped from last year for BLG, Rin, because they were bad.
太多了。
I didn't enjoy watching Rin at all.
纪律性就是这么强，过来先找到第一个人。
Statistically poor, but like even watching, like when you don't have your IGL on the controller play needs to be insane. Like Smoggy, right? Oh my god, as if it's been brought back into like a 2v2.
这波配合是来自新坠的配合。
一个侧身。
Just keep baiting and taking time. Bunt's in a great position here. 1v1. G2 classic. Sword9 hasn't got a kill and he might win the round. He's gonna win the round by not getting a kill. How are Nova losing some of these pistols? How is whole gamer winning some of these pistols? I think they're like 5-1 total.
非常的关键啊！直接是拿到下半场的首枪局这一分，
而且我讲道理，这一分 AG 的这个配合也太好了。
They'll be so good. Did he play in any notable teams before? No, not really. 17 Gaming was pretty good, but it was kind of like a weird Chinese Indonesian mix because they had the Doctor, I think is what he was called, who was the coach who then went and fuck it, I'm playing, and started IGLing for the team, and then made Ascension. Wasn't it a 5v3 in favor of Nova? Yeah, and I said, I told you that like this feels like it's gonna be like the first pistol that we saw.
这要拿这分，这要比分上双位数。
是4把长枪加上
Nova IGL who? Olingo, the Viper. I think there's a command. Any info about Tier 2 China teams? I don't know much. I know Rare Atom's in it. GJ Hao has a team. I keep forgetting the name of the one that beat Rare Atom in the finals. How do you say his name? Olingo? It's just O. Ling is 0. So you go O0O in Mandarin. So it's Olingo.
那绕后的位置，这里有想做尝试，但是 DLB 已经早早落位了。这里应该是来自 CB 的一波绕后。
Oh no, Olingo.
断枪了，但是 CB 被打掉 ，DLB 的位置太靠后了，想来抓 DLB。
但是你在这边来下枪，其实进攻方是可以往发出生点去走的，规避这个爆能器的覆盖范围。但是他们是选择过来想拿点数吗？光先敲了一个。
DLB's actually not farming up as many kills as I thought he would. Monk is though. Monk just wants to judge back.
其实有点杯水车薪的味道。
而且给到了 AG 这边很多的点。
Isn't there one play with HFMI? Yeah, yeah.
神经曲系已经冲动完毕了。
English speakers usually just call him HFMI. The casters call him, I want to say it properly, Zimuga. Or more like Zimuga, which is Alphabet Bro.
这一分的思路还是很不错的。但是结果的话，还是给到 DLB 这个终极技能。
但神经曲系这个技能，它还是有一定先决条件的，对。所以相对来说不如玩焰火。
YU is pronounced, yeah. YU core is pronounced YU. But is it like YU used to be the player that was like YU as well? Like he was called this. That's the same player, isn't it? As if you're saying YU.
这里电梯房的位置好像没有第一时间打协同哦。
而剩下 AG 两个人还在 A 大这边还要再掰 ACB， 有闪。
But the casters just call him YU, so I just call him YU.
但退了回去，反身一枪头。
Right, never win against a bonus, that's fine.
但 Nova 掉了2把枪的情况下，还是可以接受。
可以接受。
这一分他们有4个人都是。
Yeah, he changed his name to YU Core, but people still call him YU.
掉2把枪就是很简单的一道数学题，就是。
And then you've got YOU.
下来的人是可以发这2把枪的，对吧？所以你这个没钱的人是可以起到全技能全甲。 这番原本以为是会做一个。
Wasn't Swell a good player in Tier 2 OC? Yeah. I mean, was he on Bonkers last Ascension? I can't remember. I know Minimize was.
来到关键分，对于 Nova 来说，这分依然是不容有失，而进攻方的容错率是会高很多。
Like it's not a Chinese name also, yeah.
棒的选择且战且退也很聪明，不跟你硬拼。中路开一个 P0之后，我先清一下你的电梯房。
哎，小火龙的话，应该是被一个腐蚀的效果烫了点血啊，被一个舌吻烫了点血。76滴血啊。
而 DLB 很聪明啊，他在 AY 架的这个位置是没有被
Yeah,
CP 的
Swell was on RNG.
这个闪给捕捉到信息。
And then RNG seemed to just dip out of Valorant full stop. I think they didn't get partnership and they just were like, alright, we're out.
要打 B2 楼。这个铁壁的站位就是 B2 楼的一个控制的站位，给阵往2楼去走。
Xiao Noir, minimize Swell.
机警啊，并没有在这个位置留。
Guan, yeah, Guan was on that team.
包括近点的这个箱子也是给了一个踩雷飞剑。
I don't like partnership. It feels like a necessary evil a bit.
但两个人在电梯房。
Like people say, it used to be so much more popular with Valorant before partnership, but it was popular because teams were aiming to get in partnership.
想要夹 A
1楼的位置什么时候打协同？
Was Dingwei on RNG? I thought Dingwei was on DRG.
有技能的，他有踩雷飞剑其实是可以拖的。
Well, Dingwei's on DRG now, but I don't know if he was ever on RNG actually.
漏了声音，Monk，哇，这脚下失足，但是枪还是到位了。
Good execute. Can you clear Guan is the question. Yes. Very easy answer. Actually, very easy round. Full flawless. They have no theft. They know where Panghang is. He's saving.
确实光的压力太大了，很多时候太多的战术的执行，最终还是要落实到枪法上。那最终还是进攻方在这一分以枪法拿下了胜利。
And there's the trip too. Can you jump over it? Yeah. Woo. Little victories, you know.
就是拿到击杀的时候，它其实不是一个技能协同，更多是一个干拉。像上一分
Looks like it's the end of the road for JDG.
正面的磕枪磕赢了。
Yeah, but I think that that's probably going to be helpful for them because I think if they've made a coach change, they brought J Kuro back. I think it's better for them to go, it's over for Shanghai. We've made roster changes. Let's just use the rest of this stage and like the period leading to playoffs, the period leading to Shanghai, to just scrim and practice and get better. Like you can scrim against Chinese teams that are in playoffs. If you haven't made it, you can play teams that are prepping for Shanghai, the international teams that come across for Shanghai. You know, all of that. And then, yeah. I think it's better than that than trying to, like, make small adjustments to try and win. You're not playing to win now, you're playing to, like, improve and get better as a team. It's like a glorified scrim.
我是拿到了能量球，有自己的玩焰火。
他在花坛下的位置，他想副歌下 Monk。
Is there a reason why Panghang is in over Obi-Wan? I think they're experimenting, but also Obi-Wan hasn't been performing that well for Nova. Especially after like losing to Tyler last week. I think it's not acceptable for their like level as a team. God forbid if we ever saw JDG losing to Tyler, I don't know what I would do. This is against the full buy. It's like maybe money for Nova next round, but still. You have got separated players though. You've got lurks happening from all over the map. You gotta wait for this in the 2v2. Where is Bun? Where was he? Maybe taking the piss gun for that kind of like flank.
索尔是打第一枪线吗？并没有。
给辛迪过来，给压力过来，给了一个
stun hits one. Seeing if there's any reaction, any steps, I guess.
人没进来，
对，那给的有点早。
但是他
Delby is still alive though.
队友去补枪，
知道你下来了。
一个交叉枪线，Delby 填枪。
Great fight. Oh, Swell gets both of them? How has he managed to get both of them? They look like they're in two different fucking places.
哇，这一分2打4的残局。
It looked for a second like they lined up with how that felt, but I don't think they did.
真的，除非再打一个，不然这个玩焰火你是不可能开的。你不可能2打4直接盲开玩焰火。
You're in a 4 versus 2 and you lose.
靠自己的个人能力啊。
What the? Huh? Excuse me?
我的天哪！
He headshot him as well.
这就是极致的个人能力的一个。
Oh my god.
名局已经握在手里。这个最大的。
Yeah, I'm gonna be frustrated if I'm all gamers rewatching that one back.
这番惊雷卷地加追猎之灵看起来是一个很不错的门票。
All right, now it's heating back up into stupid territory, and of course, look at the scoreline. You know what this means? It's gonna be Lotus all over again at this fucking rate.
战术监控应该是没有看到他的。
So for those that have just maybe come in, all gamers have a really bad habit of being like 11-6 up.
是放电地方给
They've been 11-7 up. They've been 11-3 up.
已经拼麻了。
And this went to OT, where they won, thankfully. This went to
先把
losing 11-13.
雕币拿过来，他
And this went to overtime,
绝杀位，胖
where they lost.
确定你的位置。
All gamers can't finish out series to save their life.
胖豪这个地方1楼2楼都要看。
左边会被搜。
Please clear Panghang. Please clear Panghang. You didn't clear Panghang. He's got fucking free.
胖豪也转起来了，在 B 大的这个口，一波三杀。
You're rolling thunder in this. You've got to check that for crying out loud. Come on, Spitfires.
左顾右盼，左右开弓，左看一眼，右看一眼，换战，抓来兵过来。
He satcheled himself away.
收两个人一起弹了起来。
It's so well played. I don't know how he got the spray at the right time on Spitfires.
这把明狙根本就没有响枪。
我的天呐 s w o r 真的是愈战愈勇。这连续的2分的发挥，其实你可以看到，在这个 B 大的口啊，
They're gonna choke again. It's feeling that way.
第2楼他们已经拿到很大的优势，包括给了这个近雷卷击，但就是这个最
That is crazy transfer though.
不搜点啊！
Getting the first 2 with a Phantom, yeah, fair enough, that can happen. But going back and getting a 3rd one with that,
我赶紧冲去把这个震到的人给收掉
给补了，
会比较好。
对。
啊，这种心态是可以理解的，但是
the coach's ego's like, I haven't necessarily prepared for this situation.
又是持续的被追分 ，AG 直接将。
He's looking at his notes and like,
战术暂停也给叫掉。
yeah, we have a bad problem with choking. I maybe should have like looked into that a bit more.
11分的 Nova 反倒是把这个暂停扣得如此的紧。
对，因为 AG 对于这样的情况太熟悉了，他们最近2到3周的比赛，很多时候都是领先的情况被对面猛。
Team Secret just came back from 0-7 to win on Sunset. Hell yes.
这把比赛
The mental boomage.
太让人惊心动魄。
You got Frost talking all of this like absolute yap.
没有响枪。
And then Team Secret just keep their head down, work hard.
最后不知道有没有看到啊？
可能能判断到。
What do the coaches see in the monitor? I don't know what all gamers see because if I was them, I probably would have punched the monitor and broke it. But generally, you have 2 monitors, one of which is all of the perspectives of the players, as well as their webcams.
猜一猜，
And then you have a bigger monitor, and then, you know, kind of like you can switch perspectives in game if you're in like a coaching slot. You can do that. So you can see everything, but then you can also like switch between people's POV if you want to.
加底啊！而肖龙这分虽然是有晚焰火的，但是
Didn't Frost shit on his own team said Fury was better? Yep.
去装填这个晚焰。
I don't think that...
给队友发了一把枪，自己
I think some of the things that he's saying are crazy, but I don't think it's like out of line.
要直接来了，
赛博球龙 C 脸上，
只是
Like he exuberates like football,
不太
actual sports coaching.
不太尊重对手，给阵过来要抓吗？出眼
And sometimes being a bad cop as a coach is great.
而且 CB 也被
Speaking of great, they have managed to find 2 kills on an eco.
明狙的回防啊！
Panghang is still alive though. That's the one I'm scared about at the moment.
咨询师的位置，但是这个神经举旗知道索尔，
Smoke dipping. Swirl doesn't quite realize that he's right on that angle.
真的很危险。
You got a showstopper.
Spitfires 怎么说？
这晚
I do think the Spitfires is like overheating a little bit. He does get at least a kill onto Panghang, but gets traded.
2打4的残
And like this post plan from all gamers is a lot better.
没血没大，队友又是把明
Can you listen to your players' comms when you're a coach? Yes.
要不要保
不开刀？选择保。
因为 Sword 只有26滴血，而且下一分
You can talk to your players in timeouts, and you can talk to them during the pistol rounds and just before overtime starts.
经济累
还
积啊，
要抓，还要抓，
再
打2个，再接短炮，有点
Swell somehow getting a couple more.
就看光这个
And then the 7, the operator.
没空枪
That's 12.
嗯，
They got thrifty. Yeah, they just on the entry got 2. They played here and they played here. I don't know why they're playing in this corner for one. Like why Olingo is playing there against an eco just after a timeout is
这分暂停
mad.
真的很厉害，就是他能很
You can talk to them not during pistol rounds, but like you know, like in pistol rounds in game where you have like 40 seconds of
拔掉。
buy phase instead of 30. In that time, you can talk to them,
抓你这个位置，
对，
but you can't talk to them in any other buy
时
phases.
间的盘点，
Basically, if there's an extended buy phase, you can talk to your team. At least that was what it was in Game Changers. I don't know
回复可以
if
看到防守
like
方面
China would be any different.
不是很齐全。 光这把明狙虽然上分有一个击败的落袋，但是那是一个最后收尾的击杀，其实并没有太大的意义。
而且战术监控
Could you talk to them in tech pauses? No, nobody can talk in tech pauses.
其实真的有隐患，真的有隐患，因为没有零的存
Because
在。
what's to say that you know,
没有那么安全。正常情况下，我们
like pull out the batteries on your mouse, put them in your pocket, and then you use all that time to come up with strategies and stuff.
而且
Whilst there's a tech pause going on.
两边是两个形体啊，其实有点慌。电梯房以及这个
Coaches couldn't talk during buy phase also. I think it's a Valorant thing, but I don't know about CS. I just realized that there's an Indonesian in the Chinese team. Yeah, but Delby is fluent in Chinese. Like, he speaks Mandarin. That's it, right? Not choking out this one.
还在中路，而说一个人在二楼，再打一个就用自己玩焰火。
真的有的人，而且有人在断后这一分，对于
All gamers close out a game, no way. I mean, I'm glad that they did. I don't think that that means that all gamers have made playoffs, but it has meant that JDG can't make playoffs now.
胜利，他们现在3胜1负，稳稳的坐稳。
So now, I think even Tyloo might be done.
之前有很多人对于
I guess it sort of depends on how
在 kick off 阶段状态非常的不好，
how Trace do against DDG,
没有拿到任何一
and like how the rest of this other group go.
他们已经拿了一波2连胜，状态非常的不错。而同样，我们要把掌声送给今天的 Nova。
是的
It's up to Tech and Trace now,
人员调整之后，你可以看
and all gamers still. All gamers aren't
之后的得分的
all gamers aren't set in yet.
而且
It's not done just yet,
状态也是相当的不错。
as far as I know.